Well, welcome back. From constant deadlines to too much screen time. It feels like we're busier than ever, but what we're all craving is quality time with the people that matter most.
It's so true. Sylvia Castaneda caught up with adventure travel expert Kinga Phillip for ideas on how to reclaim that time that counts.
If you've been dreaming of ways to unplug and relax, then get ready to explore options.
With me is adventure travel expert and journalist Kinga Phillips. She is teaming up with Hyatt Inclusive Collection to reveal how we can all reclaim time that counts. Welcome to Local on 2, Kinga.
Thank you so much for having me.
What does our relationship with time say about us, and why does it feel like we never have enough of it?
Well, you know, I am such a big believer that time is our most precious resource. And, you know, what I've learned traveling the world over and over again is that what people want and need less of is stuff. And what we want and need more of is quality time with loved ones. And, you know, I can attest to the fact that my favorite trips are with friends and family. I got to take my 85-year-old mom to Europe this summer. She got to see her first glacier. And, you know, what we have learned is that 82% of Americans feel like they are simply not getting enough quality time. And that is according to the Time Rich report by Hyatt's Inclusive Collection. And I am such a big believer that a powerful way to regain your quality time is through travel. You know, we know that screen times and schedules are really eating into family time. There are a lot of couples who feel like they're not getting time together. So travel is a great way to get that back.
In your experience, what does quality time actually look like?
Well, this report really showed how important travel is. You know, 60% of people view vacations as quality time, and I completely agree with that. You know, we have that post-vacation glow. 90% of people report a mood boost after they travel. I completely agree with that. And whether you are traveling by yourself and reconnecting with self, or maybe you're on the road with a partner. I spent 10 days in a van in New Zealand with my partner, and now I advocate for forget date nights, go travel with your partner. But even if you're traveling solo, like I often do, I love reconnecting with friends on the road. It's really special.
When people want to hit reset, is it about where they go, or is it about what they do with their time once they get there?
Well, one thing we're really seeing more and more of is that people are gravitating towards places where logistics disappear. So right now I am in beautiful Neches, Dominican Republic, and I am at the Secrets Playa Esmeralda Resort and Spa. It is this up and coming area, this gorgeous hidden coastline. There's even a cacao tour I'm so excited to take right after this. But for someone like me who travels for a living, and for so many people out there, those do nothing vacations are really special. So when you're at an all-inclusive where all the logistics and the planning and the stress of organization is taken away, you can actually just be present and relax. I took my sister to an all-inclusive in Mexico for a few days before her bachelorette, and we did nothing and just bonded, and it was wonderful.
Do you have tips for travelers to be more mindful and intentional with their time away?
I would just say absolutely set a purpose for your trip. Figure out the why, whether you want to have more adventures or whether you want to relax more. Say unplug to connect. Put down that phone, have your coffee on your balcony, and don't look at your phone, which is so important. Say yes to new experiences. You know, maybe take a bachata lesson in the Dominican, or go diving. Maybe you'll go home with a new hobby. And then, of course, really embrace the simplicity. If you're in a place like this where the logistics are taken care of, slow down, relax. Don't try to be busy, and just enjoy it.
Love that. Now, do any insights from the report point to cultural shifts about how people will want to spend their time away in the future?
Absolutely. You know, what really stood out is how much loneliness and digital fatigue affect all of us. In fact, half of the people we spoke to said that they have not had a meaningful in-person conversation with a friend in the last week, and that is shocking. So we are all out there craving this in-person connection. So to find a place like this where you can unplug and logistics are taken care of is just so special. And one wonderful thing that Hyatt's Inclusive Collection has done to combat this is they have collaborated with Deepak Chopra and his AI tool to give guests tips for meditations. And of course, if people want to learn more about the Time Rich report or learn about how they can book a beautiful vacation like this, they can visit HyattInclusive.com.
Kinga, thanks so much for helping us with information on how we can reclaim time that counts. I'm going to send it back to you.
Start planning your relaxing getaway now. Visit HyattInclusive.com for some great vacation ideas for you and your family.